Good afternoon. Deep thoughts while driving. Me, myself, and I, as usual. Just a quickie on the way to work. The deep thought is home security. Nowadays you can never be too safe because, well, you never know what's going on. My wife is one of those people who works in the customer service industry. She is a social butterfly, so she makes tips, which is a great thing. She comes home, she puts the change in a jar, so to speak. She puts the bills in a cup, well, basically, and they sit there on the bookshelf where anybody could easily see them and find them. And the reason why I say this is because we've got babysitters. One is our 24, almost 25-year-old daughter. The other one is a cousin, I guess. Friend of the family, kid, kind of cousin, kind of whatever. I guess technically a cousin on the wife's side. Anyhow. Point is, we've got people in the house with signal like dummy cash laying around, so you never know. For those of you who know the store Showcase, I actually finally got one of their tac cam body cameras. I have been trying to get one for months, and well, the computer said that there was 6 in there, and the head honcho manager kid, nice guy, really cool guy, actually managed to find one. And because I've been waiting so long, he set one aside for me and called me. He found it like 2 hours after I left yesterday, so he gave me a call today, and about 45 minutes later I went and picked it up. So I'm happy. I don't know how good it's gonna work. The idea is the one babysitter, which is my daughter, I don't know if she actually has anything to do with her little brother or not when she's babysitting. I think she just sits on her tablet or her laptop doing her own thing and ignores him completely. So the idea is the tac cam is small enough. It's basically a 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch square cube. If I set it to record and set it on the entertainment stand in front of the TV before I head off to work and she shows up to babysit, no one will ever notice it there. Put it on a bookshelf, or it's aiming at covering most of the living room. No one's gonna notice it. Small and black. Put it on the bookshelf. The bookshelf's black. No one's gonna notice it. And if they do, it's just a cube. Really, no, I don't think anybody's gonna pay any attention to it. And once it's recording, there's no flashing lights or anything on it, so you don't know that it's recording. So we'll see how that works. Not just that, but I'm also thinking that yeah, it's not gonna work. Hang on a second here. Got it hanging from the rearview mirror from the air fresheners I got hanging there, kind of like a dash cam sort of thing. I'm just gonna record for a bit and see how it works. So part of it's for home security. If we're gonna be gone for any length of time, I can set it so it covers the front door, most of the 95% of the living room, and it will, until the battery dies, it will just keep recording. It's got a 16 gigabyte memory chip in it, and just keep recording over and over and over itself until it runs out of power. So if we're gone for the weekend or something like that, depending on how many hours of recording it will get and the settings and everything I can do, I can set it there. It'd be good, a home security system, so to speak, that no one will ever notice. And if someone steals it, it's 50 bucks, really. Whatever, doesn't matter. I was also thinking, go for a ride in the ATV, have it, hooked to the shirt or the hat, or whatever, and, record the ATV ride. I think that could be pretty cool. Since I've got my own little YouTube channel, kind of half-assed going. So Another friend of mine, up at the point of this video, 3 subscribers. One of the young ladies I used to work with, she's gotten into bodybuilding and stuff. She's got her own channel, so I've subscribed to hers. She's subscribed to mine, kind of, you know. She's going into the Pro-Am something real. I don't. It's a big deal. And she was in it last year, and she did okay. And she's looking to do better this year. But she's new to the I guess the sport, the industry. She's new to it, so she's kind of still been only doing the she's been doing the bodybuilding for a bit, but hasn't been doing the shows really for only maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So she's still really new at it, getting that feeling for it. So yeah. Anyhow, back to home security. Yeah, so the camera's kind of just to see what's happening at home when I'm not home, kind of thing. Not just that, but when we are home, we collect swords, daggers, and other assorted sharp, pointy things. And someone comes breaking into our house. They may come in the door with all the fingers and toes, but I guarantee you, the fucker ain't leaving with all of them. They'll be lucky if they have all their fingers and toes. And if they do have their fingers and toes, they ain't going to be attached to their limbs, because the limbs ain't going to be attached to the bodies. We will defend ourselves at all cost. And if that means the perpetrator loses a limb, I'm not going to shed any tears over it. So, don't come busting into my home. Come the zombie apocalypse, we're armed to the teeth and we're ready. So, yeah, all good. But yeah, don't have any guns, but got a bow and a crossbow, so quiet and deadly that way. Again, hunting and home security. But we just don't let anybody know really what we got and where we got and all that fun stuff. Keep the curtains closed so people don't see inside that we, you know, oh look, you got a big TV, that's maybe you got money, we'll steal it, you know. But yeah, home security is quite important. Personal security is important too. I don't go out the door with any less than, well, basically it'd be called a pen knife, like a little letter opener kind of knife, something for opening a box, and I guess it'd be a Swiss Army knife because it's got a knife, it's got a file, it's got a screwdriver, and that kind of thing. It's got about 6 or 8 bits to it. So I always got that on me. Then if I'm wearing my jacket, then I've got other stuff in my jacket. I've got certain things in my truck. So, you know, if I'm going to work, I've got the minimum. But if I'm out and about on a normal day, I've usually got a buck knife strapped to one hip and a folding knife on the pocket hanging on the pocket on the other side. You know, I'm 5'3", 130 pounds. I'm not a big guy, and there's a lot of bigger people out there. And I have been jumped and attacked before. I've had the crap kicked out of me before. And never again. I will defend myself. I've learned some self-defense, and I will use it to protect myself. And my thinking is, someone comes after me, one or two things are going to happen. Either he's going to put me down, or I'm going to put him down. And if I have to put somebody down, I will put them down. If they go to get up, I'll put them down. And if I can't run to be safe, then I will put them down. I'll put them down hard. And if they get up, I'll put them down again. And I'll keep putting them down until they either submit or stop trying to get up. If that's what it takes to save my life and protect those I care about, then that's what I will do. I think there isn't another human being out there who wouldn't do the same thing, in all honesty. You can be a pacifist all you want, but if someone is trying to hurt your loved ones, your friends and your family, it is your animalistic nature and right to protect them at all cost. That's what we need to do. So whether it's home security or personal security, you do what you need to do. I know a young lady who's got a buck knife in her purse or pocket at all times, whether she's at work or not. I know a gentleman who doesn't like knives because he can't stand being cut, and the idea of cutting another human being just terrifies him, so he'll never cut anybody. So he won't have a knife on him. However, he's got one of those big sockets for pulling spark plugs. Fits right in the hand. You're not allowed to have brass knuckles, but it's just a big socket. He's got it in his hand. And if he doesn't have that, he's got a section of pipe that fits in his hand just perfectly. He's taped it up so it's, you know, doesn't hurt his hand or anything, but it's still hard. So when he hits you like a brick. And that's his home security and personal security, is having this stuff. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, here walking dogs, I'm not going to run you over. I see you. Pedestrians come first. So, yeah, when it comes to safety, home or personal safety, you do what you got to do. I mean, everybody's got their own, you know, they got to live with their own ethics and morals. But there are bad people out there in the world who are willing to hurt you or kill you to take what they want, or do to you what they want to do to you. And you just gotta be aware of that. You don't gotta be paranoid. You don't have to be terrified of every person being out there to get you. Just be aware that there are people out there who have bad intentions. You know, pay attention to your surroundings. Don't be stupid. And do what you gotta do to protect yourself and those you care about. And if it comes down to your safety or the person attacking you, make sure it's you come first. That's all I got to say, because that's just a smart way to do it. I am at work. Have a good one. Later, and be safe.